Y'all, what on earth is going on here? Let's see. Y'all, sorry, my lighting is, that's something I will learn this coming up year. But I'm down in my library, distracting myself with some herbal tea. And this is a lovely, it's Twinings. It's like a ginger lemon kind of thing. And the message to enrich the moment. Enrich it with some milk and sugar, but so I can't eat because I'm getting blood work done at 11:20. And yes, I thought I'll come down here and distract myself, right? Get out of the kitchen. I'm pounding the water back so it's easy to get blood. But yeah, so that's what's going on. I'm a little tired and I don't know why. I just am. Maybe I'll see my paperwork. My blood work. But yeah. So this is so first I want to say welcome. I'm Tracy. This is my channel, Tracy from the Mermaid Cove. And yeah. I was getting caught up with comments. My hands are feeling a little better. My arm is starting to hurt again. But one of the referrals I'm going to get today is for an orthopedic, or I don't know who you go to, but start there and see where they direct me. And yeah, so I'm going to get everything checked out. And maybe there is some PT I can do to make it feel better. But I also have to figure out how will I be able to lift weights kind of thing. So yesterday my goal was to go on my Virgin Plus and get my money out. And that didn't turn out. I couldn't log in, even though I logged in on my app. So I'm not sure what's happening. So now I got to call someone and get them to reset it. And then have them find out how to get my money out. My friend Sandy said it's not easy. They don't want you to do it. They want you to get gift cards. So I don't. I want my money for my trainer. Anyway, those are the kind of things that make me wild and not want to do. But I'm motivated because I need that money to do the training thing. Anyway, but yeah, so I saw some new names. So I hope you introduce yourself. Tell me where you're from. Yeah, if you could just tell me what makes you interested in my channel, that would be great. And, but yeah, those of you who just said that, what a difference I make to you is such a lovely, lovely thing to say. And, I've struggled with my self-esteem and self-love, most of my life. And I'm going to cry. And, it's just so meaningful to me. And sometimes when I think, wow, should I keep doing this? Are people really interested? You don't feel focused. And are you offering anything? I don't know, that kind of dialogue. And, so if one person, it makes a difference to them, then I'm going to keep doing it, and, it's just so helpful to me. It's just changed my life. Honestly, I'm not sure I'm going to cry. I'm not sure I'd be as far along as I am right now if it hadn't been for this channel and the people and the support. And it's just sort of a magical thing on some levels that I don't think look too hard at. But also it's something I gave myself, really to save my mental health during the pandemic. In the beginning, to do, my doctor's do something, learn a language. So I thought I always wanted to, and back on my mind, kind of always felt like I was on a TV show. My mom and I, when we go thrifting or shopping, I would pretend like I was, and she would laugh, and she's always a little bit horrified and amused and thrilled by me, right? It was a little combination of stuff, but yeah. So anyway, excuse me, y'all, not the company. I decided, my friend helped me figure out how to do it, and it just became something I thought about, and so now, it's very time consuming, and I don't have my iPad, and it makes editing and just even adding descriptions and stuff like that. But I do want my channel to grow. I want to find people because, I never know who's going to find me, who's ends up really enriching my life. So on a totally different plane than in, face in this world. But anyway, but I would love for you to introduce yourself and, and it's just, it's always fun. Like I know Lynn's in Ohio, and got some of my people out there in the Northwest. Wow, can you imagine the Northwest? It just seems so amazing. New Jersey and all kinds of interesting places. I had someone from Iran for a while, which was fascinating to me. Um, but yeah. And then, it's so funny because then people aren't around, or at least they're not making comments. I think, well, where are they? Right? Like I get attached to something, but it's in a healthy way. So yeah, yeah, and like I said, it's the struggles of everyday life, right? Somebody I have ADHD, and the struggle of medicine, and hopefully my medicine won't be called in today. I'll have enough for one day, so I didn't plan that too well. But my medicine's not working. Someone who struggles with trying to be healthy, and I just had this great decluttering, lost my mother, and that was part of it during the pandemic. It was really not that long after my mother had died, and it was just, it was such a learning curve, like being by yourself, and then that was really by yourself. And luckily I'm someone who loves my own company, and I'm not always out looking. I know people who cannot be home or cannot be alone, and that's far from it. But it was really, well, it was terrifying. So, oh God. And I've gone, I've lost a lot of people. When I sit and think about it, it's just been unbelievable. It's like worst nightmares come true, really. But life does go on. And I'm trying to move out of grief into life and joy. And, we have our moments. But yeah, and share myself and my thoughts through this process, because I always know you're never alone. I always know there's people who feel like you do. And this idea that everyone on Instagram or YouTube, feel like they have it together, and look how great my Trader Joe's haul is and my lovely life. And it's just like, I don't know. When I started doing this and was doing hauls, because I was influenced by hauls. And as I thought, well, I don't necessarily want this to be about what I'm buying and enticing other people to buy. But it's fun to share, right? And I've always done this. I actually, whenever my mom and I go to thrifting or TJ Maxx or something, I'd come home and do a show and tell, because, she wouldn't necessarily pay attention to what I was doing. I apologize. It's because I'll have coffee. That's why. My brain says, where's my coffee? And I don't mind herbal tea without anything in it, but black tea is kind of yucky without anything in it. But, yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. And I had weight loss surgery, maybe about at dates, at least 10 years, I think. And it's so funny because this Fitbit thing, I was taking all the tests and all this. I had lost 10 pounds since March 2003. So I'm happy with that. And I have probably, maybe in theory, 30 more pounds. But we'll see. Right now I would like to be 10 pounds lighter, and then really stay there and see what goes on. So that's kind of all the stuff going on. And I have a interest in so many things, but what I really love is mixed media, creativity. Just, I don't know. I guess since I was a little girl, I've kept paper. I have. And I am drowning in paper. It's not a bad thing. It's just, how do I want to feel when I'm in my creative spaces, right? Like I just did a major, you guys, you can go back and watch some of the videos if you ever need, like, okay, can I do this and not die? Yes, you can. And I did oh God, sometimes in that garage, and woo. But I'm on a major life changing, like total shifting, I'm going into my 60s next year. Actually, I'm in my 60th year right now, if you think about it, but I will officially be 60 in the end of January. And what do I want this, like, let's say, God help me, 30 more years, maybe 25 more years left. Like, what do I just want to be constantly managing clutter? Do I want to, I can't even describe to you how joyful my kitchen is right now, because I can put everything away easily. And that is a simple, joyful pleasure. And I tend to do it because it's not hard. I don't have to move and rearrange and, like I said, like a Jenga game to try to get plates in or my silverware in, or heaven forbid a spoon from that drawer in, or that kind of thing. So I am working still in my garage, and so I collect books, I collect paper, magazine paper, all kinds of paper, thrifted paper. And this is literally, you guys, a combination of all kinds of things. So what I do sometimes is just take things out and let things go, right? And under my table here, I have a little decluttering or a recycled bag. So I can put stuff right into it. But I'm not allowed to do okay. So let's start here. I'll just do low with y'all. I love doing it though. I love this. And I right now I can't think of anything that I might want. I love this. I would actually make a photo of that and use that as a transfer. But you know what? Can some of these go? Like this can go. Sometimes it's the word. Sometimes it's like the vibe. But for the sake, I love things with pointed things. But yeah, so I just kind of, and like this was a rubber stamp you could get. Whoops. I don't even know what book this is from. This is Modern Paris, seen from the spires of ancient Notre Dame Cathedral. Love that. So, you know, it's interesting. Look at that. How neat. Let me see if I can turn the light on and it not totally make me look, it puts me in the shadows because it's behind me, right? Like Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up. Y'all, I don't know. But does it help you see this better? Maybe not. So here we go. There's a dictionary. I was must have been a dictionary. Loki. The Norse demon Loki was dwelt with the gods. Okay, because there's somebody on YouTube his dog is named Loki, I think. Let me see. Can I make this less bright, y'all? That makes it warmer. That's not helpful. I love the bright, y'all. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the kind of thing that I do what I call, oh, I love this. Look at this. This was some kind of bag. I might take that out right now. So yeah, this is the kind of thing I could sort through for hours. This is all houses in Maryland. This is the Orangery at White House, Talbot County, Maryland, the home of Colonel Edward Lloyd, brother-in-law to Robert Beverly. Okay. Let me show you. This is a sampling because this isn't all just this. That's interesting, but you know what? I feel like that needs some dots on it. See if it doesn't appeal to me. You can't really see it. That must be. These need dots. And then we come to Emma's table. And no piece, y'all, is too small. It was a column I liked. So that's kind of what I do. And so I'm doing a rough sort, right? Basically to let things go. And then I might have like, This, I think what I liked on here, it says Delicious Vogue. So that would go in a word. I like anything that's word, phrases. I have a whole separate thing for that. And then this is sort of like architectural. I don't know why I find that very interesting. So, and then I might separate like the black and white, the color. But what you can't really tell here is the paper, right? If you could feel how this Coptic markers are going to be amazing on here, but it will take any kind of paint. I love these papers. So I'm going to set that aside and paint on it. Look at that. So beautiful. Like this, the paper is going to be wonderful to paint with. And again, these are, you know, sometimes I didn't want the whole book, right? That's Vienna. And here we go, that famous photo. But the thing is, let's say I remember that, where's it at kind of thing, right? So I'm trying to be more serious, and I love this kind of thing. Don't let that go. And of course, what appealed to me 10 years ago, this is little diagrams for porches. I'm gonna let that go. Because I have to let some stuff go, right? I want to, don't have to, I want to, right? But I really love these. This is Chartres Cathedral. Isn't that amazing, the history? The front of a Gothic cathedral is strong and imposing. I could just have cathedrals because I love this. I love the pointed stuff. And again, you guys, this paper, I'm keeping any of that paper out because I want to know where it is. Look at that. This is obviously a French thing. It's just like, yeah. So the paper is wonderful. It's super absorbent. Well, this is interesting. This is a reproduction of stucco textural finish made with Atlas white Portland cement. How cool is that? Even this paper. Look at that. There we go. I'm going to keep that out. So that could go under textural. Bud's Planet Incredible Catalog. God, I used to love getting cat. Look at this. Spring 2005. Trains. So these are postcards of trains. Oh, look at this elephant. It's like an elephant with a little mouse on it. Somehow this makes me sad. I don't know. I don't feel like, has that elephant been treated well? I don't know. So this is cool. Trains. I don't have a lot of train stuff. So this could go on my postcards. And then when they're full, that would be it. The Andy Warhol of it all. See, I like advertising too. Again, here, wait a minute. These are some of those good postcards. It says, pink makes everything better, right? So this is going to go, I have actually just a color pile. Let's see that there. I saved pigs for Beverly. I'm going to make something, hopefully before either one of us dies. Oh, God, look how pretty. That's beautiful. I'm sorry, the lighting. Actually, I should have my bright light on. Does that help? I don't know. Wow. That's awesome. I am going to make a copy of that. And then what do we have here? We have 2006 Cats of Revolution calendar. Keeps cats healthy. Oh, I think it was some kind of food. I don't think I bought this. So, oh my God, look at this. So yes, I have a cat thing, but do I need these tiny little cat pictures? No. No, I do not. So I will throw that away. I'm just going to let him go. Little calendar, Chinese calendar. Actually, I don't know. I have a friend who loves giraffes. This would make a nice card for her. I'm going to put that with Beverly's pigs. So yeah, so it's just that kind of stuff to go through. From 2007. Somebody sent this to my supervisor then, and that is so interesting. I'm going to take a picture and send that to her. And this is just a card. Can we all tell us we feel like that? Yes, envelopes are a thing. Look at this pretty green. So this is where I get in trouble. And then I come and I'm like, this is a mess. And I heap everything back together. True story. Oh, this was a big thing. We love this Rosemary Wells called Voyage to the Bunny Planet. So my roommate just left. Maybe we'll go upstairs. I don't know. I don't want to eat, so. You guys, look at this. This must be from a kid's book. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you. There's probably some people who would love it, and, oh, I love cards. It says, those who bring sunshine to the lives of others can't keep it from themselves. That's lovely. That's so lovely. I don't necessarily like the picture, but it's a lovely card. I could put another picture on top. We have a little Buddha. So yeah, so you can understand that thousands and thousands of these things. So normally I just do a quicker sort, trash, keep, or I might, you know, like have just really broad categories. Anyway, that's what goes on the mind of me, anyway. I can't say it's all of the world. Everyone's a little different, right? So, and people would think, are you insane? Put this in the trash, the whole thing in the trash. Y'all be crazy. I mean, this right here. But what fascinates me is like, this is really good. Why did it end up with a bunch of other stuff? Like, right? Because again, it's again, what do I, as I'm coming across here, what really still makes me happy, or I can like see something, and it's a lickety split thing now. But these are really, I love these old vintage grass. I even like kind of that. Yeah, so this is obsessed with covers of books. So I literally have one thing just of book covers. Huge thing. Oh, you guys, look at this. It's a, oh my goodness, look at this. Beautiful graphic. It's from Britannia Junior Volume 6. And it's under Fable. Oh my goodness, you can't feel it, but that's amazing. So I have like gold in here. Even like this, I love this. Like as a, I don't know. My problem is everything's eclectic. Like right now, I can tell you, right? So these are pulled from a Spanish children's book. And these are things that people donated or, look at this. This is Lizzie. This is my niece, loved her. I probably was going to do something with my niece. Lizzie McGuire, right? So once upon a time, they would send us 12 TV guides when it was getting ready, you know, didn't have circulation, to say, oh yeah, we have this. It was insane. And then other people would bring us their TV guides because they're like, what do we do with 10 TV guides? I'm like, you put it in recycle. So this is stuff to do with Carrie because we love Beauty and the Beast. That was one of our things. She reminded me a lot of my niece. Anyway. Yeah. Anyways, we got all kinds of layers and layers. Look at this. Like, oh, because a mermaid. Let's try it. Okay. So this is from a advertisement, but we have cards like this. It's Roger, I think Roger Laborde, but we really, yeah. Y'all, there is a demon child among us. Yeah, anyway, I think towards the end here, there's a lot of stuff I can, and these are from catalogs. Look at there, Mrs. Beasley, y'all. I actually gave, I think, Miss Beasley I have is not my original Mrs. Beasley, but I had one, and I gave it, I think I've already donated it. And, but I'm going to put this in the color. Where did I start? Because I want to do a color journal. And just put stuff like this. And this. Wow, you guys. And this is, yeah. Hopscotch for girls. Oh, so it's like a little, little thing. 2005. So really, it's like a little, time capsule of what I was thinking. Now they got elephants painting. Anyway. Ooh, elephant ears, y'all. Are those hard to make? Anyway. So that's what's going on here. And I used to collect, people would leave bookmarks in books, and we have like a, we have a, we used to keep them, and so people came to ask, we could show them. But look at this. These kids ones kill me. Hair time, she is mean men because she doesn't, okay. Hair, H-A-R-E, Tinka, she is mean, men, but I think she meant mean, because she doesn't, but it's a B. Boy shit let children birth. And do you know what? I will give this to my new supervisor for Christmas, and she would be thrilled beyond imagination. So it's just, see, this is why I can't just throw stuff out, right, y'all? But I'm going to, by myself, I'll do a quicker sort. So this is something from Roy Rogers I got. Dromaeosaurus, swift running lizard, 2005. See, it's a time capsule. You guys. This is crazy. Okay. Well, that's just a little bit. I think I'll let you guys go. And I am going to go do some laundry. And here's something somebody gave me. It's nice, matted. Just let me see here. Maybe the shadow. Anyway, it's not that cute. But But this kind of stuff. So I don't, oh, there's another bookmark. This kind of stuff I just indulge in. Usually, right now I just have bins of unsorted and they're not hurting anything. And I love this. This gives me joy. Y'all, this all got to say to you. And this was from Ranger Rick. It's Ranger Rick, a kid's magazine. Let's guess, 2004. So. All right, y'all, that's it. So I'll let you know. Hopefully I'll get some, find out if there's something going on with my blood work and then see what I can do to change. But, I'm almost 60 and it's still hard not to eat sugar. It's still hard to make the best choice for myself in the moment. And I don't understand why. I do not understand why, because I'm educated. I know everything. I probably teach courses on it. And I know sugar is bad for you. I know soda is terrible for you. I know, you probably shouldn't have ice cream all the time or this or that. And I go through times when I'm really eating healthy, right? And I don't know what it is that will make me go towards something that will set off a whole chain of unpleasant times that I have to pull myself out of. But that, I think, is where the EMDR with this sort of therapy, that it's not talk therapy, it's not necessarily conscious. It goes in and helps you process some of the stuff you need to heal. So I'm going to be very interested. I'm going to write a little bit about now and being honest about how my mind works and sugar. And, right now I had this, I got Beverly a piece of this blueberry chantilly cake from Whole Foods, and now I just want to go back and get more. It was very strong. I didn't get a whole cake. I got a piece. And then there's this cranberry pecan bread, and then I gave Beverly some. Now she's obsessed. And it's like, why can't I just have some and let it go? Why all of a sudden am I thinking about that bread? So I guess there's many complicated reasons, but at the end of the day, if I can go in and do some of the traumas from my childhood and incorporate them and heal them, will that make a difference? I'm really curious about that. So I've been kind of journaling a little bit, paying attention to the stuff that makes me uncomfortable. I wish I didn't have to kind of manage. It's also like, there's certain people in your life that may be around and you have to manage your emotions or feelings around them, whether it is not to react to them, not to act like them. But sometimes, you think if they're, but if it's family, maybe you still have to cope with it or you limit it. Or if it's someone you used to, choose to be around, you don't anymore. But food's a trickier thing, right? You can't just not have food. Like right now, I would love a big bowl of Frosted Flakes, milk. I would put ice, make it cold. And that's really toxic and non-nutritional. And then my body, just like your mind has to cope with people, your body has to process toxicity, just like your brain has to do it. So it just boggles my mind truly sometimes that I just don't make the best choice all the time or the healthy choice. How? I don't know what happens where I go unconscious or it's like a veil or I don't know. It's just baffling to me. And I've moved out of judgment and shame because I lived there a long time. And you know what? When you're in shame and judgment, you don't have to change, right? It's familiar. But when you start being curious and not judging so much, like, why is that my reaction? Or really, what happens? And what's interesting right now is I will say, now I'm factoring, how does my ADHD play into this? Obsessive thoughts and impulsivity. Literally as if I'm in a fog and nothing else exists, right? Whether it's shopping, food, even staying up too late, just whatever it is that makes me feel unstable. So I'm being really curious about it as opposed to judging. And that is new to me. That is a whole new experience. I've been working towards that. But I don't think you can change unless that's the space you get into, like from love and acceptance and curiosity and and seeking understanding. But I guess on a broader term, I have the understanding. But what it's the I have the macro, it's the micro, right? That's where the choices are, the baby choices, right? Like thinking, okay, well, oh gosh, Haagen-Dazs is on sale too, right? For $6. What are my nuts? Of course, that's a great deal. That stuff's $8 now. And you think, well, I'll just make it stretch, right? And then next thing you know, well, I'm just going to have a bite. And next thing you know, you have half a container and you put away. You're like, I'm not having that for the rest of the week. And then I wake up and I feel crappy because I ate ice cream at night. But yet, because I had it, it makes every decision past them really hard. And I've been kind of paying attention to, like, I've had more, and now not super bad even, but I've had more moments of eating sugar than maybe the last month, which I had different Adderall, right? So it's fascinating too, like, how does that, I never ever equated my ADHD with my food issues, right? Or with my spending issues. But now understanding and learning and seeing that, wow. So I was telling my friend Bev, I'm like, okay, so on a 0 to 10, when in the summer that or it was not this year, but a year ago, where I got 90 days of Adderall that didn't work. Flat out did not work. I would have put it at a 1, 0 or 1. And I've had Adderall that I feel like I'm on a 10. Right now, this Adderall is a 5.5. So trying to literally make something for me to refer to, like, okay, where's your Adderall on it? Where do you, and learning to rate things, it just makes you check in with yourself, right? And what I think might be a 5.5, and I might get something tomorrow and it, like, no, that was a 3. This is more like a 5.5 because it's, or a 7. But giving me some information, like, yeah, I do struggle more with wanting to buy things or craving sugar or wanting, like, why do I ever again want McDonald's? In my brain the other day, luckily what I do is I call Beverly and she talks me past the McDonald's. But why would my brain ever think you would ever, I really got sick last time I ate it. Why would that be okay? But in that moment, it's all that matters, right? Is I have it. So now equating, wow, okay, these uncontrollable thoughts, really, when my medicine's working well, it's not big of a deal. It is easy. I might, like, oh yeah, I'm like, what, are you crazy? You want McDonald's? You hate yourself? No. And move on. The compulsive thinking doesn't start. So it's really interesting. It really, I would say, until I had that really, really, so let's say till age 58, I never truly understood how my ADHD brain, neurodivergent, whatever you want to call it, attention deficit disorder. I definitely have the, I don't have just the ADD, I have the ADHD, the hyperactive part of it, that it has been truly one of the main causes of my oversleeping, overspending, overeating. So it's just amazing to me. I've spent my whole life being told, eat less, exercise more. But no one said, something's going on in your brain. That apparently not eating much and over-exercising doesn't seem to affect it. It is unbelievable to me, the crap I have had to hear and put up with. Right? And really, people think of what's lack of willpower. Just don't do it. Okay. You don't have a brain. You don't have chemicals in your brain telling you that's not acceptable. Right? So I'm actually having this total revelation right here with you right now. And I wouldn't have had it had I not been talking to you. It is really mind-boggling to me right now. I mean to tell you how... Now I am going to cry. How much harm people do to people with information they believe is absolutely 100% correct. But how does anyone in the medical field know that. When they know, if you study medicine or human, how things evolve and how we get information and it changes, and we think, wow, that was way off base, right? I mean, I'm sorry, they put leeches on you. They used to cut you to let the bad poison out. And here we are, we're not much better, I don't feel. So, yeah. So the quality of my medication, which I have no control over, none, trust me, I have raged at this machine for a year. And then that kind of drama and fighting did nothing but cause me more pain. So accepting that, I don't have the control. Now, I'm lucky enough, you know, there are people who get medicine, don't take it. No, I take my medicine. I really do. I do believe it helps. And for me, it makes all the difference. This ADHD medicine. Some people take it and they don't like it and, you know, whatever. They jog every day and eat healthy and their ADHD's control. Well, God bless them, you know. But I'm not going to feel bad because that's not my experience. No, the medicine works. And it's important to me. So right now, it's a crapshoot. And usually I like to get 90 days, which is cheaper and less commotion of having to get the prescription called in and this and that. And so, and the government doesn't care. There's no I mean, how is American medicine so volatile? That's the word I use, volatile. How on earth is this okay? I don't know. I mean, and having, you know, researched in different stories of moms with kids and, you know, like one mom, because they come in, ADHD medicine comes in colored capsules, which if most people shouldn't have food dye, but a lot of kids are really allergic to food dye. So you're going to take your medicine to help your brain, yet it's in something that's going to unhelp your brain. So, you know, I've read different mothers saying that they're like chemists, right? Because they have to take it out and put it in clear things that will not harm their child. And I remember a couple of people were like, it's never the same in the capsule. That's why they have to measure it. They don't even like just go from here to here. They measure it. And because they want it's important for them to have the exact amount, not less, not more. And it's never the same amount. Medicine you order, you get from a pharmacy in America. So here I go. I'm at the mercy of whatever, the medicine gods. You know, I am really, you know what? As I'm sitting here and really, I just feel all kinds of emotions because you know, it really isn't my fault. And you know, your whole life, God forbid you're an overweight child in this society, you're told it's your fault. It's your fault. And that's a hard. So if you're told it's your fault and you do your best and you're trying so hard, like you literally could not try any harder, and it doesn't make a difference, then there's something wrong with you. There's something very flawed. I'm sorry, you know, I can't believe I'm having this moment here, but and then you believe it, and you don't even understand that you've shifted your thinking about yourself. And you're not like a miraculous human being who survived all this crazy, horrible stuff. And people really judging you and putting you down, thinking that's going to help you feel better. And it's really not your fault. It's a chemical. It's a brain thing. Wow. So, wow. It is amazing to me. Yeah. So maybe I'll get lucky tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to start really spending my time visualizing and that every medicine I get will be the right for me and help my brain to the best of its ability. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out as I'm going to shift out of this, right? I want to create something in my head that's so powerful, wouldn't dare be the right medicine, right? Wouldn't dare not be the right. But really, I think about this now, and really the ADHD has really been there my whole life. And I didn't get diagnosed until my 40s. And here I am almost 60, and I'm starting to truly connect and understand how it's affected my whole life. Wow. Like, I can remember my dad. Like, I can remember we had gotten Kentucky Fried Chicken back in the bucket days, and it was really good. And I can remember having to go back and sneak a little bit of skin off. Only meaning to have a little bit. Until pretty much it was naked and my father freaking out. And just not being able to control that simple thing. And of course, my father would have never once thought, well, is there something going on in your brain that makes you do this? Right? That you can't control it because you're pretty good everywhere else. No, I don't believe that came to his mind. It was just that I had no self-control. That was a choice. I was choosing not to have self-control. It's just so sad for that girl. Wow. Just so sad. Yep. She spent so much time just not measuring up. Being smart, but why do you not do well in your tests? Like, do you just not study? Or did you just lazy about this or not care? Wow. And you hear that in small ways over and over and over again. And it affects you. So I would say start paying attention to yourself, right? And sometimes you see parents with kids in the library. And I just think, oh my God, you are changing your child. You're changing who they can be. And then you see other people who are really, the world has changed so much in information. Not everyone's gotten that, And to see when a parent really is kind with a child and patient and, that's how in some ways they're mirroring to me how I want to treat myself. Because it doesn't come naturally to be kind and patient with myself. It really doesn't come naturally. I'm much better at it. I've worked hard at it. And I'm going to rage against the machine that thinks I should not feel wonderful about myself. I really am, but it's just a lot to process. Wow. And this is why this is so powerful for me. Is I would not have had the growth I've had not being able to talk to you guys about it. And it's like I know, regardless of what people say, right now there's a group of people that I've never met physically that have my back, that think good things about me, think kind things about me and want me and pray for me and want me to live my best life and feel really good about myself. And that's powerful. That's incredibly powerful. So I thank you. I do, for being a witness and for caring. And even if you don't reach out and comment, You know, holding me in your heart. That's powerful stuff to do for somebody. And we wonder why society is so messed up. Because I tell you what, if my father, who loved me more than anything, could not help me with my self-esteem and my growth and accepting things and doing the best and that being okay, then wow. And he tried to educate himself. He really did. He had a lot of books on how to help your child lose weight. Ugh. Anyway. So I get some blood work today, and I'm going to see what the consequences of the choices that I seem to go unconscious about. And it's interesting, for the first time ever, I'm almost 60, technically in my 60th year, I did not try to fudge on these tests. Like, if all of a sudden for 2 weeks I've had nothing but fruits and vegetables and lean protein, that is not an accurate assessment of what's been going on in this last year. And for the first time, I want to know. Like, I want to be positive, and I don't mean to blame myself. I don't want to beat myself up. Like, how can your numbers be this high? They've never been that well, right? The lucky thing is, it seems that when I do that, my numbers are not high. So I know that, like high cholesterol, I rarely have high cholesterol. So it's my body, right? My body, for some reason, that's not an issue for me yet. I mean, of course, probably, but, there's people who don't eat healthy perfectly and they have high cholesterol. I mean, really, it's genetics on a lot of levels, right? Anyway, I don't know, you guys. This has been mind-blowing to me. Really, just looking at this quantity of paper and one thing and looking around, and ADHD's given me, I've got so many ideas and I'm so creative, and it's just, there's so many gifts with it. But it's, I'm going to move forward with that EMDR soon and see what can be healed, right? What traumas can actually be healed. And then, the more realization, the more loving I am to myself. And trust me, I overall choose healthy over anything else, mostly. I do. But now thinking, like the month before, I've lost 10 pounds in a little over a year. That's pretty amazing. But I've always wondered, like, because, it's one step forward, 2 steps back. You're still kind of slowly moving forward. But I always wonder, like, God, what if I didn't have those steps back? And I don't know if that will ever not happen. Maybe I'll get to where it's like half a step back. I don't know. I really don't know. Because, again, because I've had this understanding doesn't mean my brain is changing, right? So I still have it in me. Now I just know it's not a flaw. It's not my fault. It's not not something to beat myself up about or be mean to myself about or make excuses to other people about. It's really just part of me. And, like, what can I do better and what can I? And being okay when I seem whatever's going on in my brain, it's really interesting. Yeah. So anyway, if you're still here, actually watch a real person have a complete, utter, like, light bulb moment and breakdown. Wow. Honestly, I would not have that moment without you guys. So thank you. And anyway, life will go on now. And I'm going to go get a shower and get ready. And then I might go out and pull a few weeds because it's so beautiful outside. So I make sure I set my alarm, keep track of my time. Because, see, that's the thing, too. Like, that impulsivity of wanting to do that and then forgetting that I actually have to be somewhere. And I'm usually on time early. It's rare, but it's happened a few times. So, again, it's maybe I won't pull weeds because I feel like I might be off in them. There's other stuff I can do. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much. I'm okay. I'm actually more than okay. You know, people always say be authentic or blah blah, and like, what does that mean? Like, am I not being authentic when I'm eating food that's not healthy for me? Or is that authentic to myself? Right? Like, I just, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm telling you what, I am so tired of pretending to be a normal person. I am so tired of trying to pretend like I'm normal, whatever the hell that is. But I think a lot of you know what I mean. It's like, and yeah, this is me sometimes trying to pretend to be normal. Well, at least when I'm with other people, right? Maybe I'm not as good as I think I am. I don't know. Who knows? God help us. Meanwhile, I want to do art and have fun and enjoy people and find joy and weather the pain. And, I mean, gosh, you can't even put on Instagram right now without something hurting your heart if you're human and you're paying attention. So, but I got all kinds of fun art stuff to do and more decluttering and, more opportunities to love myself and work on healing myself. And, wow. I mean, this is really major for me. I can already feel a shift within me of like, it's really not you. Like, really a shift. Like, it's like you're more than okay. And people just didn't know better, right? Or not, I don't know. And of course, my dad lived in some kind of fear. It's interesting. Wow, you guys, wow. And I will have this. Now, I don't always go back. Mostly, I don't go back and rewatch just because, it's not like I'm going to edit. No, I said this to me. No, I'm not going to do that because this I feel is authentic, right? But this may be one I have to rewatch. This may be one that I'm going to revisit and watch myself come to have an understanding that I really, truly maybe have been around the edges of, but I truly, and I think maybe the difference is right now is I feel so surrounded in love. I'm in constant dialogue with my angels and constant dialogue. And right now having this, because it's painful, but I also feel so surrounded in love. There's a different kind of pain. It's like a healing pain. It's not a self-defeating agony pain where I feel stuck. No. It's unbelievably wonderful. I mean, to have a moment surrounded in love and to really see something that you kind of thought was there, but I don't know, it's hard to explain. But just to have seen the beauty of who you are and how hard you've tried and how wonderful you are. Wow. What a gift. It's, wow. All I can keep saying is wow. Wow. All right. Thank you for being here. I just don't even know. I don't think I have the words yet or total understanding of it. I just know this was incredibly a gift. That's what this just was, a gift to myself. And not from me. Whatever happens and how it works, I don't know. Don't care to know, actually. Wow. This feels like divine guidance. Like this was a divine gift. And maybe I've just worked enough and peeled enough back and experienced enough pain to be ready for it. I don't know. Yeah. And I can share it with you. It's kind of one of those hard things, hard to talk about in like daily life, or I don't know. Oh, how are you? Well, I had some kind of divine intervention breakthrough, like understanding how wonderful I am. Oh, well, I had oatmeal for breakfast. No, I'm just going to surround myself in this moment, and I'm going to keep this moment with me. Yeah. Thank you. And you're wonderful and amazing as you are. As you are. Period. Period. And I can't believe I just tapped into it. Like this eternal flow. That's the only way I can describe it. So, all started going through a box of paper, y'all. Is this because I had no coffee? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, so there we are. And I'm moving forward and getting in the shower. And I think I need a really good cry in the shower. Like the good cry, right? Not the ugly cry, but sometimes there's a good deep cry too, right? But anyway, I will be back. And I'm going to try to post this right now. And then take my shower. So, again, thank you. And I appreciate every single one of you for every second you spend with me is truly a gift and amazes me. It does. It amazes me. But thank you. And I'll talk to you soon.